Yo, trying to fix my light in this bitch. Is that the right button? Hey, there we go. Hired, fam. Hired. Welcome to AB3 Animate. We are here. We're gonna get straight into it because it's a little later than normal, which is okay. But I got to get into it. I didn't know if we were gonna make it, but we made it. As the season goes on in my area, it's a little harder to get to that perfect 11 o'clock range. So for now, we're gonna say stream's gonna start about 11:30. Okay, somewhere in that range. I'm not trying to push it back, but just the way things are right now, man. Not at this time. We are here. That's interesting. Where's that? That's trying to get all the rest of this stuff in here. Where is my chat box though? Docs. There we go. Ah, there we go. It's back up. Now I can see what's happening. Cool. What up, Miracle Draws? We're here to check out the Cali conventions. So normally I would start with doing Anime Expo updates, but because we're doing Cali conventions, I thought it was more appropriate that we just go through the list, and when we get to Anime Expo, we'll just do Anime Expo stuff. So welcome to the channel. We are going to start checking out the massive list of anime conventions in California. All right, we starting there first. And so normally I try to do like two states in the same day. We ain't doing that this time because Cali's list is so big that we gonna knock out the one state today. And when we get to Anime Expo, which is down here in July, we'll do what we normally do. Go over the updates, check all the other stuff. You know how it is. So, without further ado, let's get started. It's good to see you guys. I've been back in the gym like crazy, so it's used all my water everywhere. Okay, your boy had to get back into shape. Summer is coming, AX is coming. Had to get in the gym. All right. Okay. Anamia. This is in Fresno. Anime Nia 2025. Is this new? It's cheap, so it's a small con. Riverside has a con called Weed Fest. All right, we're gonna go through it. We're gonna check. We checking out all the Cali cons today. So this one is in Fresno, California. This is actually in like a week or two. This looks like a very fan-driven convention, and that's kind of cool. How many voice actors we got on this thing? Where are we? Here we go. Talent? Where's the talent category? Let's go home. What up, Abraham? Abraham, we're checking out all the California cons for anime. Get my workout in as I listen. Hey, I feel you. Actually, this is literally, yeah, 3 hours. This is about the time I worked out here. So, like, my chest is still on fire, fam. It was chest day. So, we did a lot. um, no, this is a talent application. Oh, um, huh. Voice actors. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Ask a voice actor. You submit your question for the voice actor. Derek Prince, Steve Kramer, Terry Stone. Oh, canceled, so they're not coming. John Swayze. Oh, we just met this dude. So I just did Anime Fest Erie and Anime Fest Niagara Falls, and this guy was there. shout out to him because he actually bought one of the AV3 anime bags. You know what I mean? I'm just saying if the voice actor can buy my One Piece bag, you should too. He respected it. Anyway, he was really nice though. This dude was really cool. The first con we did, he was like in a separate area and still came over and talked to everybody. And the second con I did with him, he was directly across from me, and he's super cool, man. So shout out to this guy. He like talked to everybody, hung out with everybody. He was a really nice guy. Grant George, Matthew Root. Oh, they got a list of people. Okay. For a small con, this is pretty impressive to have this many voice actors. Normally, small cons have like two, so to get like five or six is pretty good. Um, Tickets we saw on the other screen, if I wasn't mistaken, tickets were like $20 or something like that. Um, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Tickets are not displayed there. All right, let's buy tickets. A lot of clicking to do to get the tickets. So based on this, it looks like they've already had about 200 people sell tickets. What up to Chaz? Welcome, welcome. We're checking out all these Cali cons. Uh, Getting one of your jackets. I appreciate you. The jackets are coming soon. They're a different process than my normal stuff, so it takes a little bit longer, but I got you. And yo, we'll be going over the Anime Expo stuff, guys, when we get to Anime Expo in the California list. Right now, we're at the top of the list. We're in April. We're gonna work our way to July. When we get to July, I will go over all the Anime Expo updates that we can find. Tickets for this con though, one day is 15, Sunday's $10, and then the weekend pass is 20. This is not bad. VIP even for this con is 50. I personally wouldn't do that, but I respect it. Um, this is a 2-day con, 10 to 5. Not bad. I'm not mad at that. Small con, if you're looking for something small in the Fresno area to hit up, this is April 12th. So that's not bad at all. I wouldn't be mad at that. It's a small local con. This is one of the ones on the list that you don't actually like. You're not traveling more than like 2, 3 hours max. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Uh VakaCon? What the fuck? I feel like y'all gonna have some crazy lanes for some of these conventions on the West Coast. So we gonna see what this is. VakaCon, it's a 2-day event, anime pop culture. Is this more like a Comic Con? City of Vacaville? VakaCon is back and ready to assemble. What am I looking at? Yuka Ulatis Community Center. Oh, this is super small. No disrespect to you guys. This is super small. They've got celebrity guests, cosplay contests and views. They got one, two, three, four, five, six guests. Not bad. Um, More of 90 stars than anything. Um, Michael Winslow, good, good. Voice, not voice actor. Excuse me. I think he did do some voice acting, but people know him more for like his beatboxing and stuff like that. So this is a very small con. This is at our cultural center. It's 2 days. I don't really want to get into this one too much because it seems like our time. I'm not trying to be rude, but it would be a little easier spent, a little better spent to check out some of the other things. Um, but this is definitely something small to go to. I'd count this to me. This is more of a community event than a convention. Now, I do know it's a convention, but to me, I would count this more so community side. Like if you lived in that city, this is something you go to. But like as a vendor, I don't think I'd buy a table here unless I actually lived in that city. And even then, I'd still look to see if something else was going on. Personally, that's just me. Okay, so I think this goes in that. Maybe not. Hmm. Let's see. Let's go back. We're going to the next one. Sac Anime Roseville. Sack Anime is a show where fans come to play. Okay. Also, welcome, Bob's. Their website, unfortunately, leaves a little more to be desired. But they do have some voice actors. Maybe we can get some of this to pop. Ah, here we go. Autographs. Maybe we can get autograph schedule, autograph guidelines. Um, damn. I am wondering. So, Roll South Sack Anime is a pretty big deal. I can so what's with their website though? Like this website is like, is it my computer or something? 'Cause this is like very hard to. I can tell they have a good guest list. I think. Yeah, that's what I thought. They have a good guest list. So it looks like they have a good guest list. It's authentication. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's just I don't know why they should really redo this. This part needs to be redone. Because on the first page, their website is very non-descriptive, but now looking at the guest list they have, I can see why this is a big deal. They have a ton of good guests at this convention. Um, and it's a 3-day con. I wonder if their programming is out. Not yet. Registration. Let's see. Full weekend is only $30. That's not bad at all. At the door price, only 40. So that's pretty good for a weekend con. I think this would classify more so as you guys NecoCon. Like we have a convention called NecoCon that's kind of close to me. It's kind of big, but not so big. Probably like 5 or 6 thousand people, 8,000 on a good day. Um, so that's kind of what I'm getting from this. Looking so far, I personally I haven't seen anything that like makes me go there. I had a roommate back in college who flew out there from LA. Oh, to go to NecoCon? That's wild. I don't know if I fly across the country to go to NecoCon. I have flown for like the smallest con I've flown for to go to was probably MegaCon in Tampa. And I know they say it's the largest anime convention in Florida and blah blah blah. MegaCon felt so small to me, man. Like I was in Superstar Anime in Virginia Beach and it felt way bigger than MegaCon. But I get it. They say like 100,000 people go to MegaCon, but I could not see that happening. All right, so far out of these three, personally, I guess the Sack Anime one. Oh, she flew to Sack Anime. Okay, okay. With that list of voice actors, I think you would fly out for that. I'm not gonna hate on that. You would probably fly out for that. Um, NFS 2025. Let's see what we got here. NFS is one day. Torrance. Okay. The stream. Hopefully we're good. Okay. That is a long line. So 1 day con hitting like that. I don't know where Torrance is in Cali, so cosplay gas, performance gas, industry, performer, industry, cosplay industry, performing cosplay. I do like that they put all their like guests and stuff on their first page. Okay, Abraham, it's by the beach. I got you. I got you. Torrance is just south of LAX. All right, that explains the line. If it's that close to that area, then that explains why the line is so long and why people go in to get there. Okay. 15 to 20 for a regular badge, 35 to 50 for a supporter's badge, 2 to 300 for a Tommy Sama badge. Okay, so a con like this, I would love to have a table at. You got to respect the local cons. Hey, I bought food from this booth. I think they were matter of fact, I think they were at there too. A couple of these vendors were up at Anime Expo actually. A couple of these food stalls. Okay, I would go to something like this. Let's see this guest list. Is this more of a cosplayers convention? It feels more like a cosplay industry convention, which is cool, but that's exactly what this comes across as. It's more of a cosplayer industry. Basically, the Japanese suburb of LA, a lot of Japanese folks, restaurants, and businesses. Oh, okay, so it's weeb heaven then. It must be weeb heaven. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I don't think so, but are you guys experiencing any delays in the video? I have to check. I don't think we are, but I'm getting a message or so. Let me just make sure real quick. I hate listening to myself, but I also want to make sure you guys are going. I've been to Daisu, not too excited for me. Okay, respect it. All right, let's get into the next one. After seeing this, I respect this. All right, cool. Thank you, Abraham. I say chat. All right. On your language exchange app, move to Taurus. You don't even have a language exchange app. I should get one. I'm here for it. I need one. All right. And a pop 2025. So I guess these are different as Escondido. I don't even know how to say that correctly. Escondido? Escondido? Something like that, man. All right. I actually like whatever this building is. What is Annie Pop? Is it just music? That's a regular hotel floor. Registrants. Okay, so it's at the California Center for the Arts. 10 to 6. Okay, cool. Meet Annie. Annie is our newest mascot. Panels, artists, entertainment, vendors, all the things you need. You almost got it. It's Escondido. Oh, okay, Escondido. That's why. This doesn't seem to be a con that has like guests and stuff. This seems to be a more of an entertainment con, which is fine. Let's see what we got. We got a game room too. Not mad at that. This is performer registration, so they have not announced the guests that they have coming. More information coming on that too. So as we get into some of these cons, right? You guys are gonna have to notice that as we go further in the year, we're gonna have less and less info. So right now we just got into May. So there's gonna be less and less info as we go forward. So some of these we're gonna identify. We might get some answers, but for the most part, it's gonna be a little different. I need some water though, so give me 2 seconds. I'm still in a water bottle. All right, here we go. Fanime. Now even I've heard of Fanime. Fanime is Northern Carolina's largest convention. So I've heard of Fanime. I heard it is like the shit. Like Fanime is supposed to go hard. I've never been. I hope a couple of you guys out there have, but I've heard Fanime is like legit. Like Vampy Big Me. Is this a cosplayer? Okay. What is he? Japanese classes, Jill's his first anime, discovered anime, wrote articles. Okay. Cyber Girl, Tom Fawn, Dorothy Young, Lions Fawn, James Girl, Toki Bird. I've heard the Fanime is really good, bro. Like I've heard that from other people, but I've never been myself. I don't know if I'd fly out there for it. Um, how much are the tickets? Let's see. Free registration is $85. This time of year it's 105 if you were getting a ticket. At the con it's 105 anyway. So 105 is not horrible. It's a multi-day con. It's a 4-day con, 23rd, 24th, 25th. Yeah, it's a 4-day con. It's not bad at all. So hear me out. I'm just going to say this, and I don't know how this is going to come across. I personally am, how do I say this? I personally would prefer you spend the time and money to go get the voice actors, the artist, director, something like that, than me get an industry person. I don't want to see a cosplayer like that. I don't want to see a YouTuber like that. And I'm literally on YouTube talking about this shit. I don't want to see the YouTuber like that. Like, I would much rather see someone responsible for a show or manga that we really like. I think we've, the past couple years, spent so much time putting industry people in that we've forgotten the actual people who make the animes we love. Like, I want to see those people. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. So when I go through your guest list, and the first thing I see is like cosplayer, VTuber, industry member. It's like, where's the manga artist, fam? Where's the like? Where's the dude who was doing the voice of the character? Like, we can't get them. Like, I respect it, but to each their own. Do your own thing. If you like that kind of thing at your anime con and you are here to see those people, cool. But me personally, I'd much rather see someone who's attached to the animes we like. Just saying. Never care for YouTubers, cosplayers, or weeb culture folks at con. I care more about industry staff and artists. Yeah, like, oh, I would rather see the producer and him talk about the next couple animes they're putting out than sit down with a YouTuber. What was that big? They had a big panel going on, like Sea Dog versus somebody, and I'm like, bro, y'all could have done a whole nother movie premiere here or another anime premiere. We could have done something else other than this panel. I respect some of y'all all who went, but like, fam, we could have done a lot more stuff in that time window. Fanime seems, for lack of a better word, Fanime seemed a little mid. I'm just saying, it seemed a little mid. I'm not mad at it. Just seemed a little mid. So, Anime Wonder California. 2-day Japanese anime, Japanese food and pop culture. It's at the fairground. I bet y'all fairgrounds are like massive on the West Coast too. All right, here we go. See, that's what I'm saying. Give me this kind of stuff. I'm here for this. Some of the congoers care about JAV actresses too. Too much going on and want to go. Yeah, yeah. The JAV actresses be wild. There's yo. So I don't know if you guys saw, but like when we walked around the convention, um, one of the people who had her own booth was like Violet Myers had her own booth on the con floor in the vendor hall. And I'm just like, maybe it was Artist Alley. It was either in the vendor hall or in the Artist Alley. And I'm like, man, no disrespect. But like, y'all couldn't find another vendor to put in that spot? Like, y'all could have put her in the 18 plus section if y'all really wanted her for the vendors. You know what I mean? Um, this list seems to be going. It looks like they're going to have another guest or two. But again, guys, we're looking at cons that are further out, so we're going to get less and less data as we're looking at these cons, unfortunately. So tickets for this con, Anime Wonder, are $33 for the weekend. Is really not bad, especially if Saturday's a single day 30. Yeah, bro. Yeah, come on, man. Like, give us something else. Um, it's $30 for that. Then, well, let's see. I guess they host in different states, which is kind of cool. Um, and it looks like it's all over there. I'm not mad at that. It's just the fact that we're running into that wall where we have cons to look at, but at the same time, because they're so far out, the info for each con, besides like one or two guests and one or two tickets, and then tickets are going to be really, really minimal. Anime Riverside is back. This city year four, so this is the fourth year of this con. Um, that's a lot of people. Very surprised. Very surprised. An excellent presentation. They let you get in the ring and pretend to wrestle is crazy. Riverside. Okay. I was very surprised at this. Guess they have are guess will appear. Okay. Heavy truck. James Grove. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Nah, this is legit. No wonder it was that many people. This is a legit guest list. Burr from Invader Zim is crazy on the guest list, but I'm not mad at it. Sounds like a good entertainment hall activity. Yeah, yeah, there was a lot of people in the entertainment hall. Oddly, I'm not gonna lie though, her booth was empty every time I went. All right, let's see, let's see. How much is this? Because this isn't bad. I'm not mad at this. $75 for the ticket. Maybe you got to go to another site for tickets. $31 for that many guests is crazy. Oh, 31 plus. Here we go. Let's see. General admission 47. Saturday is 30. 30. All right, this isn't bad. I'm not mad at that. And it looks like the 18 plus is something you have to add on. Nah, so it wasn't. So Abraham, this was actually only $47. So that's not bad at all. So 47, and you can add on the 18 plus party stuff if you want to. That's not bad. Early signature pass, like $100, you be set for the whole weekend. I'm not mad at that. That's pretty good. I did not think I was going to end up in that. Okay, I would go to this. This is the first con over there that I seen. So I was like, all right, I would go check that out. I would willingly fly to check out this con. Yeah, I would definitely fly to check this out. This is solid. 250 vendors, 35 celebrity guests. Oh, so they're still adding on guests in. Free arcade, stage performances, karaoke, Dreamland Maid Cafe, Tasha Car display. This is a solid con. Never heard of this. This is a really solid con. When is this? May 31st to June 1st. Woof. So for me, I'm doing that's like end of season. Like I got like 2 or 3 cons I gotta bang out because AX is coming pretty soon after that. So for me, that's not travel time. It's a little too close to Anime Expo for me. But if I lived there, I would understand other people going. It's cheap enough you could go to if you live there for sure. But me personally, it's a little too close for Anime Expo for me to go check it out. Which sucks, but it's true. Let's see. Now we're at. I don't know how YouTube's gonna do this. We don't have to hope for the best. Actually, what we might do. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We're gonna bring that back. Let me just give me 2 seconds. I just need to make sure I ain't gonna lose my YouTube channel by going to their website. All right, that's all I'm trying to make sure of before we get into this. Abraham's type stuff, but I ain't trying to lose my YouTube channel. All right. It's a little itchy, but it's okay. A little itchy, but it's okay. We ain't got no exclusives. Welcome to Hentai Matsuri. Um, yeah, okay. Hentai Matsuri, mid June. Um, featured guest. I'm so scared. Click around on this website. Um, at butt. Burnt green tea. Cosplay for all the crystal fruits. Are these promoters? No, Abraham, let's not go. Let's not. You trying to we're not gonna make me lose my YouTube, okay? Yo, this site says my keyboard is wild. Don't wanna know why that says my geek glory. Um there's no feature guest at the moment about Hitai Matsuri, VTuber team, policies. Programming. Yeah, we'll check out programming. Hold on. First of all, badges. How much is Hentai Matsuri? Just the title. Hentai Matsuri is $69 for the whole badge. VIP. What do you get in VIP? First of all, for $200 at a Hentai Con, what do you get in VIP? Okay. You get the pass, of course. Japanese food reception Saturday night. Okay. Preferred seating and panels, events, special access to convention exclusives, tote bag, t-shirt, limited edition stickers, VIP panel. Why? VIP badge, trading cards, meet and greet preferred time slots, exclusive VIP purpose. Posters and limited items are exclusive perks given to VIP to distributed on first come first serve break basis. Okay, I'm not mad at that. $50. $50 is like, all right. There are game shows, entertainment, cosplay contests, and masquerades. This is like now this maid cafe. This maid cafe might be different. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. We'll have a dance, live music, DJs overall over the 3 days. All right, just saying. So right now, it doesn't seem like they have. Okay, these these are okay. Nothing nothing bad yet. Okay. Amy Fabubu. They should have been 150 for the food. The food idea is good. I'm not mad at that. The VIP access with the dinner on top of it, not bad. Debuting at the first time for adult only convention. We not watching none of these YouTube videos. We gonna keep that moving. Sairichi, Holy Wolf, Holly Wolf, Jenny Belly, Mizzy Meat, yo fam. Umi art. Yo, this is nothing but anime weaves Asian goth baddie website. That's all this is. Okay. We just gonna get out of here because I'm not gonna be satisfying y'all goth needs in this bitch. Okay. That's not what's gonna happen on my YouTube. But anyway, I'm not mad at this con. 18 plus the party. $99 a party like a rock star, VIP experience, 3 days of debauchery is a good sale. This website is a good sale. If this is the con you looking for, the website's a good sale. It's good marketing. I'm not mad at it. Again, it's a little too close to Anime Expo for me. 3 days is wild, bro. Yeah, yeah. This is like this part. This is nothing but a party con. 1,000%. All you do with this con is get drunk and party. Like that is 1,000% what this con is. I respect it, but it's exactly what this con is. It's just a party con. It's cool. You need party cons. 18 plus cons go hard. Um, what if I've been at an 18 plus con? What if this was on a cruise ship? Does it exist? Gakukan is not 18 plus though. Itchy Expo is wild. Who came up with this name? Oh man, this is yeah, it's some guys out here that's just crazy. We just go back to the hentai website and then go back to what we were scheduling. Programming, only for you. Only for you, Abraham. The programming list is not up yet. So it's not available yet. Just checking for you, just so we can get it done. But no programming is listed, okay? But it does look, I mean, they got karaoke, cars, escape rooms, panels, cosplay contests, music and DJs, game room, everything you would want at a con. I'd say you get your money's worth. I'm saying that con, well, you will 100% get your money's worth at that con the way it's looking. Let's just be real. Um, Toho Fest. That's sus right there. We just gonna leave it alone. What is Toho Fest? Toho fan event is held on the 14th and 15th at the Cultural Arts Fan. Anime console live. Hotel info. It's the Toho Marriott Art Center. This isn't bad. This isn't bad. Um, 2 months from now and no programming is sus. Yeah, because we're in April now, so May, June. Yeah, dude. So what you're gonna notice, Abraham, is as we click these, there are so many cons that will not have any info. I don't know why they do it that way, but a lot of them wait till that last month to announce their programming, to announce their guests, because they're just trying to finalize things. But there's a lot of stuff that you're not going to see right now. Even now, is this their panels? That's odd, but hey, give it to Toho Fest. They have a panel list. Designing and creating Toho cosplays. Even a monkey can draw anime, girls. The gateway to Toho pilgrimage. Why are there so many Toho hijacks? Fam. I'm gonna just say this isn't a con for me. We're going to go here to registration because I give everybody a chance. We so full weekend's $40. At this point, full weekend is 60 because you've missed the early first. Surprised there's no Yaoi Con. There is no Yaoi Con. That would be filled with just women from across the country. They would just fill that. That would be ridiculously filled. um, let's see. MuseCon. MuseCon is in Palm Springs. After several years of being a vendor and feeling isolated in space, we wanted to change that. Uh, does it say 120 to get into this con? Okay. I feel like this is probably more of an artist con. That's not letting me really move around like that. Actors, here we go. Let's see. That is an actor application. Okay, so unfortunately, we're not going to get a lot of info out of this, but I will at least try to get you guys ticket info. So, MuseCon tickets are, if we can get to the ticket site, we'll find out. They are 36.73. Okay. Very small con. I don't know if you. And the problem with this one too is it's so small and it's so. The problem with one, two, three is they're right before AX. So I would think their foot traffic, unfortunately, would be a little bit lower because they're right before AX. Now we have this one. They gonna have a big crowd. Right? Not no matter how you knock it, that con has a big crowd. Let's go here. Let's see. Off Kai Expo. We are the first VTuber focused convention. I don't even want to click on it just because you guys know I don't like VTubing. But respectfully, I will do it. We check everybody's guest list. This is just straight VTubers, isn't it? Oh man, this is VTuber heaven. If you are into VTubers, this is the con for you. Okay? Not my thing, but respectfully, this is the con for you. Code of conduct, press. Wait, where is tickets? Where are tickets? Where are tickets? Get your badge. Just click that. I am not logging in to create an account to buy a ticket, so we just gonna have to pretend that we saw what this is. I think the previous screen should have a ticket info up here somewhere. Tickets are 105 or 110 for all 3 days. VTuber and it's crazy. They want you to log in so they can email blast you. I'm not doing that. It's not to say I'd rather have a YouTuber. I would too. Between the two, I would 100% rather have a regular YouTuber than a VTuber, personally. But I get it. VTubers have a huge following. Anime Expo's biggest problem last year where there were so many VTuber things that they took away from the other element of having the artists and produce and industry people. That stuff was missing because they replaced it with just VTuber, VTuber, VTuber. It was excessive. All right. Now that we have reached Anime Expo, we are halfway through this list, it looks like. We got a couple cons after this. All right. You guys know how this goes. We're going to do our normal update now that we've reached Anime Expo. So you know what we do first. We got to check and see if there was any announcements, and then we're going to answer some questions, and then we're going to we got to check updates and go from there. Ticket details for J-Pop Sound Council and Anasong Matsuri returns are here. The ticket sales for the concerts are on April 3rd at 12 p.m. So, if you're interested in getting tickets to any of these things, you got to get them April 3rd. It is 175 for VIP 145 for orchestra, 130 for orchestra A, and 130 for orchestra B. Let's see if we can get this to pop up anymore. So the bands list that we went over the other day have not changed. But the VIP ticket does come with a meet and greet as well. So that's kind of cool. Now, there's something very interesting that we found out today that like relates to the con, but it don't relate to the con. It related to the con for us because we're flying across the country. As of May, if you do not have a real ID, your ass can't fly. So as of May 7th, you can't fly. And Anime Expo is in July. So if you don't go get your new ID before you go to that plane, you're not getting on. So just a heads up for those who are flying in, like your boy, make sure you have the new real ID so that you can fly on that plane. I say that out loud because I gotta go get it. I do have a valid license and stuff, but like I didn't go get the real ID one yet because they kept pushing it back. But now it's official. You have to have it. So you ain't got it, go get it so you can get on the plane on time. Let's see. These are the Maid Cafe photo ops and where the maids come from. Passport is good as well. Yes, if you have a passport, it's good as well. But you can't just go there with the basic driver's license that you've had the last 10 years, 5 years. It doesn't work that way. You got to have something. So these are all the maids for the main cafe. Again, I don't do the maid cafe, but hey, it is cool. It looks like we haven't missed much. Ooh, okay, this is important. So the deadline to request a badge change or upgrade is April 11th. What they mean by that is if you would like to take your single day badge and upgrade it to a 4 day by only paying the difference between the two, that's what they're talking about. After April 11th, you can't just take your 4 day and go, I mean, your single and go, hey, can I move my single to a 4 day? At the 11th, you have to go buy another 4 day badge. So that's what they're talking about with this. So if you're happy with the ticket you bought, cool. But if you were planning in any shape or way to take your single day and change it to a 4 day ticket instead, you need to contact them, change it to a 4 day ticket before the 11th. They are really advertising this J-pop capsule because they're trying to sell them tickets. I'm not mad at them. Book your room. All right, just out of curiosity, any bets on how many hotels still have rooms? Last time we checked, it went from 2 to like 20. Oh, okay. And as of today, it is official. If there are any rooms that are canceled, starting today, you actually receive $100 fee for canceling your room. So that's something you should also be aware of. If you were iffy on your room, after today, they'll charge you $100 to cancel that room. There is a slight workaround. If you wait for the reservation to be transferred to the hotel and the hotel has your reservation directly, sometimes the hotel's nice enough to cancel it for you. But that is not always the case. Sometimes they'll charge you one night stay as a cancellation fee, which actually may be more than the $100 fee through Conference Direct. So, you guys know how we do this. I only check the con days. All right. If you need more days, you can check that yourself. If you need less days, good luck. It's a little harder to find less days, but we're going to hit show available only. All right. Now, as we run through these are the days, these are the hotels that are still available for the convention. The Westin, we're not talking about anything that's 16 miles away. That's crazy. So the Westin, the Biltmore, USC, Hilton, Omni, DoubleTree by Hilton again, the O Hotel, Line. Freehand Los Angeles being available is actually a surprise. I was not expecting to see that up here. That's still pretty close to the con. Um, Level, Figueroa just had rooms open up, but Figueroa is 349 a night. Damn, bro. No. Um, Citizen M. Let's see. Rosa Citizen M was solid, so we're gonna say that's solid too. Hotel Perla, Level Hotel, Deffy, Conrad, and the Wafer. What up, Arsenic? We're checking out some of the hotels that are still available right now for the con. Okay. So all these hotels right here and the Sonder, all these are still available. What is happening is today was the day that people had to cancel their rooms by. And also today was one of the days where that reservation had to be correct, bitch. If it ain't correct, they got rid of your room. So that's also what we're dealing with, which is why we're seeing more hotels become available. Now the freehand being available and Figueroa being available are still a surprise though. These are under a mile. So the fact that these two are available is crazy. If you still need a hotel room, Figueroa is more expensive, but it is worth it. It is really close. They have a show on map button. So maybe will you really can you not? Can you not? We really gonna do this? It's gonna make me use control. I hate when they do stuff like that. Use control and zoom. I don't want to. All right, so this right here is the JW or Figueroa. So that's Figueroa. Figueroa is literally right here. The convention center is right here. Figueroa is really close. So if you're willing to pay the price to be closer, this is a good con. This is a good con hotel to get. That still puts you really close to the convention center. Um, Literally, you cross the street, and this is all LA Live. It's not bad. So Figueroa may be worth it for some people. But those are the hotels that are still available. Any other announcements that we missed? Asterism, we knew about them. Hiroshi, Kitadani. Any other ones in LA Live open up? No, Arsenic, they did not. No hotels in LA Live have opened up. The only way, personally, if that I think you'll be able to get one of those, you would have to either one book it outside of the room block, or two, you're gonna have to find someone either trying to get rid of the room or someone looking for a roommate. Because right now, this time of year, those are pretty tight. Like you should check the AX Discord and the Reddit page to see if people are looking for roommates. Which I did personally see someone on the AX Reddit who said they were looking for a roommate in the JW. But as for those rooms coming available, sometimes what happens is people aren't able to go last minute and they'll try to transfer their reservation to someone else so they don't incur a fee. Also look for that. But those people post on the Discord and they post on the Reddit page. So that's where you'll find those. Unfortunately, those rooms are not going to show back up on the Anime Expo website. Not those. Um, but you might be able to get something else if you go on the Reddit page or if you go on the Discord. All right, so that was all their announcements. We're gonna pop over here, check out the Reddit page real quick, answer some of these questions we didn't get to yet. Um, we might finish depending on how many Reddit questions there are. We might just go ahead and knock out the Reddit questions, and we'll do the rest of the LA list another night. I kind of thought that might happen because there's so many LA conventions, and we still had to go over the Anime Expo stuff. So it's just one of those things that we might have to do. All right, so let's get into it. Sword prop question. I have a metal dual tip sword. If I was to super glue the sword shut to the sheath, would I be able to use it as a prop? No, because of this. I have a metal. You can't use metal, fam. Can't. Can't use metal. You can't use any hard thing, wood. You can't use any of that. Any of those things that we popping. Any of those things that you can't use those. Okay. Any of those things that can hurt someone, you're not able to use at the convention. That's full stop. Anything that they deem as a weapon, it cannot be used. You can definitely hurt someone with a metal sword, gold tip or not, in the sheath or not. You can hurt someone with it. They're not gonna let you in because it's metal. Okay, now they'll let you in, but that weapon won't get in the building. Ugh, that's fake. Love in Deep Space perfume place. What is it called? I forgot to go back and buy. Let's get out of here. Bleach enamel pens. I saw a post asking about One Piece enamel pens, and I decided I should ask to do the same. Does anyone know if there's going to be any artists who sell enamel pens or keychains of Bleach? This is something that you'll find in the artist alley all the time. They have so many pins and keychains. It's not a joke. They're like literally rows and rows and rows of nothing but keychains and pins everywhere. So yes, there'll be tons of artists with bleach pins. Just go down the artist alley. General question, artist alley management. General question: how do people know what artists have made it in Anime Expo? I read a post earlier that the artist list has been finalized. So Anime Expo, if you have made it, will send you an email saying that you have been accepted into their vendor hall, and you'll have to pay for your table. Or they've already sent that out to the vendors who were accepted, and they've all paid for their tables, and it's fully booked. That's just how this works. Okay. If you haven't received a confirmation email saying you got in, there are two types of conventions. One type of convention will email you if you didn't get in. They'll still tell you, hey, you're waitlisted. Hey, unfortunately, we won't need you this year, something. And then there's another type of convention who specifically will say, we're only going to send an email to the people who were accepted. And we're only going to notify the people who were accepted and let them pay for it. And then we'll move on and on. It saves them time. And sometimes they just don't send out unfortunately, you didn't get selected email. So, unfortunately, that may be what's happening. I can't really vouch for that. I can tell you from my experience, I've had cons that we applied for, but we got no response to at all. And I've had cons we've applied for that were at least courteous enough to go, hey, we put you on the wait list. Just like Viz portfolio reviews. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, hey, sometimes they don't even respond. It sucks that they don't respond, but they just don't respond. I don't know why, but that's just some of them have that policy where they would rather not tell you anything than to just say, "Hey, we're not going to use your stuff." I don't know why it's like that. Help me decide first flight departure time. I happen to be an expert at flight departure time. Okay, this is what I do. Coordinate. Okay, I'm the coordinator in our group. This is my responsibility. Flying back from LA, AX on Sunday. I didn't stay for the full day last year. So I have no idea what time the con ends on the last day. I'm deciding between a 7:55 flight or 8:50 flight, both from Burbank, both at the same price. But of course, I would be arriving home later if I take the 8:50. Excuse me. Any insight on this would help. Anything on the copyright? Which copyright, Abraham? I'm gonna get Abraham's compliment. I'm gonna talk and then let Abraham like what he was talking about. Um, so personally speaking, Sunday's Anime Expo is not the same as the rest of the week. So me personally, we always used to fly out on Sunday. That's just every con. This is the first time I'm staying until Saturday. Anything on the copyright for Artist Alley. As far as I could tell, Abraham, it's it's rough. It's rough. I do understand. From what I understand, there were a lot of artists at certain points throughout the con who were getting told to pull certain products down because you have to understand a lot of the other conventions that happen, those artists and creators aren't in the building. What I mean by that is Dakota Cow is not in the building when you're selling their products. You know, Crunchyroll's not in the building. Shueisha, all these other studios are not in the building when you're selling their products. It's just what it is. Um, Ufotable, when they animate Demon Slayer, they're not in the building when you're selling a print with their shirt or something or their artwork on it. It's a little different when they're actually at the same con. Okay, there's a lot of difference when that same artist is at the con because they can easily go, "Hey, I need that out of here," and the con is going to stand by that person. Okay, unfortunately, that's just how this works. I'm gonna tell you guys this story. I'm not gonna use any names or anything like that because the person I'm gonna tell you the story about is a cool dude. It's a friend. I'm not gonna get into all the semantics of all that stuff. We were doing a convention. My table's literally next to his table. The first day, set up, everything's cool, everything's good. The next day, they come back and they go, "Hey, are you guys one table?" I got my table. He's got his table. It's two different booths, two different companies. Whatever. Again, seems simple. There was an issue because there was an artist in the back saying that he was selling their art front. Now, again, I know this dude, cool dude. He does his own stuff. And what happened was, unfortunately, he worked with the artist who was in the back. They worked together. He was a mentor for the guy who was next to me. So their drawing styles, because he was a mentor, almost identical. Because when he did the artwork with the guy, when the guy couldn't get art done as his apprentice, he was like, "Hey, can you finish that design for me? I needed everything to be as close to mine. I need this design to look almost identical to mine." So he learned how to draw in that art style. He taught him that art style. He taught him that way of producing everything. Things happen, they separate. He goes off on his own. He goes off on his own. He's selling art. He's been at multiple cons selling his same art. He's done cons for the con. He's done artwork for the con we were at. Like they produce multiple cons. He's done artwork for them at multiple cons. He set up his booth. But this particular time, the person in the back complained, and they had a relationship with the convention. Like president of the convention, they had a relationship with that person. And because they were the artist, they were complaining that person had to leave. So he had to leave he had to literally pack his whole table up and leave right then and there. So when they talk about copyright, and I'm not saying he copyrighted anything or nothing like that. So that was a different situation. It's real finicky. But when I say, hey, it's a different situation when the artist is in the building, it's a different situation when the artist is in the building. They have the one person who can literally come all right over and say, hey, that person's selling my stuff and I need it gone.
And the con is going to be like, done, and just get rid of it because they can't mess up that relationship. So it's weird, but it is what it is. What up, Chum? To answer this question, by the way, Anime Expo on the last day only runs panels and stuff till about 4 o'clock. So if your flight is at 7:55, you can leave right after the con, get to the airport, still make that flight. The only thing I worry about is 5 o'clock traffic on a Sunday. Be a little sketchy. So personally, because I'd have to worry about the traffic if I'm leaving Sunday night, I'm leaving at 8:50. Now, if you don't want to stay to the end of the con, you want to leave at 2 or 3, leave at 7:55. Sunday's con is different. There's not a lot of panels. There's no premieres, none of that stuff. It's just shopping, occasional autograph, and a couple fan panels, but no major panels are on Sunday. No major premieres are on Sunday, so it's not something you're gonna miss out on. Okay, OP enamel pins. Just putting it here since I know Artist Alley has been confirmed. Anyone know? Okay, it says it's the same opposite person. Yes, there's gonna be a ton of One Piece pins. Traffic will be bad. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. That 5 o'clock traffic will be hell. Like you would almost want to guarantee leaving at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon just to avoid that traffic. Main cafe photos. We're not leaving till Monday, so you guys will see us floating around LA till Monday. Ro is taking us to um, Little Tokyo, so yeah, she gonna make sure we don't get lost in this bitch. We don't know where we going. And I don't want no damn directions. Don't just tell me, oh, go. Nah, nah. You gonna have to make sure we don't get lost. All right, me and my friends are thinking about doing a maid cafe for the day. Just something silly. I'm a little confused about the photo op part. Is it possible to take the photo together if we buy a voucher thing with Instincts for 15? Both of us need a voucher. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I would think you would need two. Oh, yeah, there's no info yet. So that makes sense. No one knows what the actual answer to that is yet. I respect that. How to get the most out of 2025. Tips on events, parties, and panels. Hi, my friends and I are newcomers to Anime Expo. We want to make the most out of it. We're looking for recommendations on panel screenings, check in, check outside the con, any after parties. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know. Before the con, 100%, we will do the same things we normally do. We'll go over the full schedule. We're gonna go over the last minute tips and tricks. We're gonna go do a full live. If you got any questions, go through all this stuff. So you guys know how this works. We know the biggest things they're gonna have to worry about is this category. You got to line up super early to hit that. That exclusive merch thing. I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to get exclusive merch. You got to be one of the very first people in line, and then you got to be one of the very first people in line at the exhibit hall because these booths list on their X pages. They're bringing X figure. We got 20, and you got to be one of them first 20 to get it. Like it's not easy to get exclusive merch, but there will be exclusive merch there. Um, as for must see boosts, I don't know, man. That's really a taste thing. Hidden gems and tips. There's a lot of stuff. We can go over a lot of these things the closer we get to the con and we have more details. Because I can't tell you what panels and screenings to check out because there's nothing there yet. They're still announcing all this stuff. After parties and meetups are still being put together. There's so many things in this list that we have no info for yet that we can't answer a lot of it yet. So we're gonna move on for that. Crash credit or debit. Bro, I love the yearly schedule reviews you do. Can't wait for it. Yeah, we gonna do it, chum. You know we doing it. And we doing it live this time for real. We tried to do it live last year too, but it did not work well. I think I kept losing internet signal or something. but we got way better signal. We're wired all the way in. We good, as you guys can see with the live streams we've been doing. So yeah, we doing a full schedule review as soon as it drops. We got that. If I'm not mistaken, the schedule last year dropped in the end of May. I want to say the schedule dropped last year. So we're gonna be paying attention to it. This will be my first time going to Anime Expo. I'd like to know, based off you guys' years' experience, whether I should carry mostly cash or credit for debit purchases around the con, or the safe option 50-50. How much should I bring? Bro, bring some cash and bring some card. I will tell you this. If you pay cash, a lot of these places ain't charging you tax. That's all I'm gonna say. You bring that card out, everybody's hitting you with tax. Um, I've never had an issue carrying cash around for Anime Expo. I will give the weeb community this. The weeb community is usually pretty good about being respectful to stuff like that. Um, I know it's happened. I won't say it's never happened. I don't have any friends, thankfully, or know anyone personally who has been robbed for their cash at an anime con. I ain't saying it ain't happened, but I don't know anyone personally who has had that situation. Generally, most weebs carry cash at a convention because we know we'll get a better deal if we pay in cash versus if we pay on the card. I still bring both as someone who travels across the country. I bring both, okay, just in case. What's the best travel method from San Diego to Los Angeles? I don't know. Can somebody in the chat just answer that question? Because I don't know what the best method of travel from San Diego to LA is. I don't even know how far that is. Is that like a flight? Is it an hour drive? Is it like a 2 hour drive? I don't know like how that works. I'm curious my damn self. Is that like something you would take a flight for to go from San Diego to LA? Or like are they both Southern California? I guess. I don't know, fam. I don't live on the West Coast. This is definitely a question for the rest West Coast people in the chat. I don't know. Drive. Abraham says just drive it. Rose says Pacific, Surfliner, Amtrak. Abraham is 2 hours without traffic. Takes 2 hours. Okay, so that makes more sense. Okay, so it's a 2 hour thing. All right, train or drive. I got you. It ain't a flight. You definitely train or drive. Not a bus. Don't take a bus 2 hours. That's wild. Is one day enough? This is my first time going to Anime Expo, and I plan to Uber or Lyft there since I live roughly 40 minutes away. I only plan to go through Artist Alley. So is it possible to cruise through Artist Alley in a single day, or should I just get the 4 day pass? It is easily possible to cruise Artist Alley in a single day. If you're only going, oh, it's 2 train stops? Okay. If you're only going to go to Artist Alley, yeah, one day is enough. But personally speaking, once you go in Artist Alley, you're going to want to see what everything else is because you're already in the building. And Artist Alley is literally right below the exhibit hall with the big displays and stuff. Me personally, I don't think one day is enough to see the whole con, but I can kind of see where someone would only want to see part of the con. If you only want to see the Artist Alley, like you just dead said, I only want to go to Artist Alley, one day is enough. But if there's any chance you want to explore the other rooms too, I would do more than one day. I shit you not. We walked around exhibit hall 2 or 3 days past the same fucking booths over and over before we started catching things that we really like because it's that much stuff. So I would definitely recommend it. I'm actually the person who doesn't really walk Artist Alley like that. Like I loop it like once and then I'm out. It's so packed down there. It's tight, it's hot. It's not easy to move maneuver at all. I'm not a big Artist Alley guy, but it's cool, but it just isn't for me. Now, if there were more people, my one gripe with Artist Alley, if I'm being real, is I want to see unique art stuff. By that I mean, where's the original work stuff? Like, where are the new manga artists? Where are the new, character designs? You got your own T-shirts. You got your own this. Like, let me see that stuff. I don't want to go from booth to booth and see 9 different yaoi versions of Naruto and Sasuke. I'm good. I don't need that. So like, I want to see that. Uh, I go in a few aisles, mainly for the art supply booths, and leave. Yeah, you kind of just dip in. Artist alley legit gives people anxiety attacks. Yeah, dude, it's packed down there. Yeah, bro, exactly, bro. I want to see all the new stuff. Like, the one gripe I have with Artist Alley is it's so repetitive. Every row, I don't want to see any more Nezuko fan art. It's like so repetitive. Like, where's the new stuff? We're all anime fans. I know there are people out there who are creating their own manga. They have their own video game. They have their own brand of stuff. Where's that stuff at? Like, I want to see that. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's see. Looking for a specific hotel. Has anyone considered canceling their JW reservation? No, but I highly doubt people would cancel JW. It's yeah, dude. There's and yeah, here go to the AX Discord and get info there. I have a Moxie or a Rick's Carlton. If you're down to take those, it's looking more and more like I got. Yeah, I can't go. So someone's trying to get rid of a Moxie room and a Ritz Carlton room if somebody needs them. My dream is to sell my manga as a physical volume form in art alley. I'm here for that. I would buy one, Ro. Okay, I'm gonna need you to have one copy when we go to LA, so I can check it out. I want to see it, or at least the idea. Show me some character designs you working on. No rush though. All right. Any chances of hotels opening up at this point? So today's the last day. For those of you guys who didn't check, today is the last day you can cancel your hotel room without a fee. Again, if you're looking for a hotel room because you don't have one yet, the only places to really look without booking outside the block or booking what's left on the website is Anime Expo Discord. You can try the Reddit page, but a lot of them are going to send you to the Discord because that's where people are posting the rooms that they're trying to get rid of. People are looking for roommates. And if you're in need of a roommate, people are offering to pay for space in people's room. That's where you're going to find these things. Don't have printed yet, still finishing editing the first 10 chapters, then I'll draw it. Damn, that's crazy. You got 10 chapters already to go, though, that you're editing? That's pretty good, though. One chapter long, so that's really good. Um, Also, flights from NorCal. Hello, for fellow NorCal people. I am flying from the Bay Area for AX, and I'm looking for insight. I went last year, paid close to 300 for a round trip. However, I did. How are you flying from the Bay for AX, and you're paying almost what we're paying from coming from the East Coast? Like, that's wild. Y'all are crazy out there. It costs that much to fly from the Bay to AX. You have 27 chapters outlined. That's pretty good job. Um, it seems a little pricey. I can't help you with this flight, my friend, because I don't understand how LA works. But I can say that the quicker you book the flight, the better. I will 100% say that. Book the flight as quick as possible. Does modifying your hotel reservation mess up anything? Asking because I'm terrified if I'm messing. No, it doesn't, but we've almost passed the day of modification. Isn't today the last day to modify that too? If you needed to add another day or anything, I don't think you can do it after today. I think the hotel modifications had to be done by the 28th of March or something like that. Think we're actually caught up. Yeah, we're actually caught up. So we went through all the Reddit stuff, fam. We're all good. We answered all the Reddit questions, and we are halfway through the Cali stuff. All right, so I'm gonna hop off because it is 1:10 in the morning here, so it's pretty late. We're gonna get back on this on Thursday. We're here. I've been hitting the gym lately, so I've been moving around a lot later than normal. As my body adjusts to being back in the gym regularly and adjusting to this new diet that I'm on. So that's a lot different too. But we're gonna be back at it. Rose in the gym right now, probably on the treadmill or something. We'll be back Thursday night, guys, 11:30 p.m. 11 or 11:30. And you guys know how this works. I'll usually pop on sometimes between between 11 and 11:30. We'll be here. Okay. We got to finish the Cali list and then we'll move on to the next state. All right. And we'll check some updates. Let's get that bag ready for AX weekend. Yeah, we here. We out here in these streets for that, bro. I got a con this weekend. If you are near Virginia Beach this weekend, AB3 Anime has a table this weekend in Virginia Beach. We're gonna be set up there. I think, and I can't confirm yet, but I'm pretty sure our next table after Virginia Beach will be Charleston, South Carolina. But right now, we'll be in Virginia Beach this weekend. So, see you guys later. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys as always. And hey, man, see